We're here with Jimmy and Alexa and Alexa. Alexi.
Yeah,
Sorry,
it's all right. It's weird because the amplified version of my name is just like the accent mark is at a different spot, and it's not like it would be easier for people to say it's in its amplified version versus its original version, which is Alexei.
You ever seen them videos of Arcade Matt? He goes in different arcades. He's like a YouTuber or something. Hey, we're gonna try and get some pushy quarters over here. Oh, look what I just got, a Pokemon.
do you know why pinball machines are so hard to find now? It's actually because they made a law against them. So they somewhere in the, I don't remember if it was in the 60s or 70s, they considered video games gambling. Same thing as the slot machine.
Right. Well, that's a funny thing about gambling and video games that comes back around. There was a recent law in Europe passed about classifying video games as a form of gambling because there was a scheme that I believe Electronic Arts put out where they monetized loot crates, just like these things that pop out randomly.
Pay to play.
And yes, they may as well have just told through the screen, hey kids, pick up your dad's wallet and come on over.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. Matter of fact, most of the games that come out now, they're paid. They pay. These kids are in with their parents' credit card is putting thousands of dollars a month in for these free games because the only way you can get sometimes to a higher level is to pay to upgrade, right? Or they have all these fake clothes that you don't actually own, like skins for your character that you have to pay for. And they're like Fortnite, for example, right? Fortnite, there was one kid on the news, I remember before I came back to America, he had spent like $10,000 on his parents' credit card buying something he could never touch, just costumes and characters.
Right.
A suit to get blood all over it in the game.
Yeah.
I've never played any of those games.
Yeah, it's basically like a store now that just happens to have a game attached to it.
And I do that for free. I pay people to play. That's not good.
That sounds familiar. Who else does that?
Right.
You've never played pinball and everybody put in $5 and whoever won the
No.
high score wins. Each put in $5. No.
You know what's sad is, you know what game I played every time I went to the arcade back then?
That's
Dig Dug.
Oh,
I was a Dig Dug man.
I don't know that one.
You don't know Dig Dug?
No. Is that a popular one?
Yeah, it's a Namco game. It's one of the most famous ones. It's Pac-Man and Dig Dug. Basically, you have these little creatures and you have things you have to collect right underneath the ground, and your character has to dig through the ground to collect the stuff before he gets eaten by the creature.
I used to play Tempest right over there.
Oh, how long has this place been here?
As long as I've been here.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah. At
What's
least
Tempest?
40 years. Tempest. It was like a.
I remember the logo. I don't remember what the.
It had like a hook that would go around the board, and you would have to fire inside. I don't even know what it was. It's like a hook. It went around these.
Like you're shooting things
something
inside.
Like that. I don't know if it was. It's been that Spy Hunter too. That was my game.
Oh yeah, I love Spy Hunter.
Spy Hunter, the one you sit down in. That was fun.
I played I want to say on the GameCube or the PlayStation. I had both. I had Spy Hunter, like a variation of it. Obviously, not the arcade version. It was fun. Yeah,
when they make
James Montgar.
Yeah. When they make a game right, they just there's no reason to make any changes. They update the graphics, resell it to you.
I used to get pumped up with that game. You knew you were doing good when the music came on. Hit that da 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 da. Hit that smoke screen. Cars are going all over the place. I loved it. That was so advanced to me at that time. If you look at it now, it's probably just a square on the screen going back and forth like that.
Graphics
with white
don't
smoke.
age well.
Yeah.
Most of the time, like 99% of the time they don't.
When I first started going to the arcade alone, because I'm a little bit younger than you, what was big at the time was Mortal Kombat had just come out, the first one. Street Fighter 2, the first one, and the one that I remember, the newest game of all was it was a football game called
Midway? Blitz? Yeah, Blitz.
Yep.
I played that at a friend's place on the N64.
It was
good
like
stuff.
violence was first,
Right.
football was second.
Right.
Did you ever play Blitz? Blitz. It's a football game, but instead of it like just being about football, it was animated violence. Basically, it was you get less players. I think what was it like 9 or 8 players?
I don't remember.
And basically you get points for hurting the other team.
I used to have the one with the not the arcade, the handheld one.
Oh
yeah, just a blip. It was called blips. I don't know, but it was just a dot that
and the
you had
sound
to get. Yeah,
dink, I can't even dink dink dink.
My math teacher in middle school stole it off me. Yeah, stole it.
I had my teacher take. I had Frogger on a watch, and they took it from me. And she's like, "I have it back to the end of the semester." And she said she lost it and never got it back. I was so mad.
Sucks. I have a story similar to this. I brought, I would go into therapy for like a year for this here. Second grade in Belarus. I went to school to show my friends there my new present, which was an airsoft gun.
Oh.
And when the teacher found it, she was like, "No, Alexei. If I see that again, I'm taking it." So I got to keep it. And then I brought it in again to show my friends, and I left it there by accident.
Man. And you never got it back?
Nope.
So when you could bring
Still
guns
somewhere
to school.
in Belarus.
Did
Airsoft.
Airsoft. In Europe, did you guys have garbage pail kids?
No.
Those were huge back when I was a kid before they got banned. Another thing it got banned.
Why?
Because they were gross. And also
just aesthetically, just like
well,
just like Furbies.
No, what they were was they were making fun of Cabbage Patch Kids. You remember Cabbage Patch Kids? So they looked like Cabbage Patch Kids, but doing disgusting things like pooping in their pants and picking their nose and peeling their skin off. It was pretty nasty. But
right.
I used to collect those things like crazy. So I used to trade watches for them. Anything I could find.
I used to have them. I know exactly what you're talking about. I'm trying to think of one that I want. The name
like
of one of them.
Potty Patty, and then they all had twins, but with a different names. There was like Potty Patty, and then there was like Pissy Pam or something like that. It was like there was always another one, and they even made a movie where they like back in the 80s or whatever with of the Garbage Pail Kids, except they were alive. They came from like another planet or something. It was so gross.
I love it. Kind of makes me think of Happy Tree Friends.
Oh my God, Happy Tree Friends! You ever seen Happy Tree Friends?
No.
Okay, they have them on YouTube. Yeah,
but with blood.
Happy Tree Friends.
Yeah, very violent. Yeah. Think of like a Chip and Dale or whatever. And they just go. They just do horrible things. It's not just like some crappy cartoon someone made. It's like high end, great graphics.
Yeah, and it's not new. This is like 2 decades old. I remember like in high school working at a comic book store, and the owner really loved it. So I'm like, okay, this.
I found it by accident because I about a year ago, 2 years ago, I was making a cartoon series. Okay. So I started getting a lot of these channels with cartoons and stuff, and I got that one. And then I got this other one too, which also has a bunny, which is also extremely bloody. He's like a ninja. It's like a 7-part series or whatever, which was done more recently. Gorgeous artwork, but it's so violent. It's like the craziest bunny you've ever seen.
Tommy, pull that clip up, that cartoon I'm speaking of, please. Oh, yep, there it is. It's right there. Yeah.
Yes, we need a clip guy.
I will.
You guys are looking over there like, oh, who's that? Right. Somebody else's. All right.
I will say that at least the animation they're releasing in the theaters has upgraded. I don't know if you saw some of these films. Like there's this one, Dogman. Have you seen Dogman?
Dogman.
Familiar.
It's a UK. It was a UK book that they turned into a movie just recently, like a couple months ago. It's the funniest thing I've ever watched. A ton of adult things in it, which I didn't need, but honestly, it was the funniest. The artwork and everything was. It looks more like Gromit, Wilson Gromit. But it's animated. Yeah.
Okay.
But it's hilarious. Like the nonstop hits. It's like 1-2 punch, 1-2 punch, 1-2 punch. It's so good.
Oh, I remembered the name of the animator. This is for the podcast too. Lazy Square. Lazy Square is what you want to check out. Very short videos, like 30 seconds to like a minute, but he does like fake ads or sometimes real ads, but for like stuff that his girlfriend makes or whatever. And just really dark humor, but it works. Yeah.
Let's talk about Family Ties.
Oh, yeah.
What a great show that was.
Okay.
No, I grew up watching that. I used to love Michael J. Like he was my idol in that show. I thought it was cool. Do you remember that show?
No,
You're looking at me like,
no.
what is he talking about?
And that show was brave. It tackled everything. It tackled drug addiction.
Yeah.
It tackled it was.
What was his sister's name? Mallory.
I think so. I can remember her.
Yo, Mallory.
It was basically like
a
family show. Like they were just an American family. But unlike the Partridge Family or Leave It to Beaver, where everything was wholesome, they actually dealt with some real life issues. I think they had abortion. I know for sure they had drug addiction and stuff like that. Things that we really
big ones
deal with. Yeah.
It was like the Urkel show. What's the name of that?
Urkel.
The one with the Urkel on it. What's the name of that show?
Isn't it called
Full
Urkel?
House. No.
Family Matters.
Yeah, Family Matters. That was Family Ties. It dealt with the same type of some of the same issues. I think like serious issues.
What was the one that took place in college with the girls and they were in a dorm? The whole show took place inside the dorm.
I
like this one. Okay.
Give me a break. No,
Seventh Heaven.
No, I know it was Mrs. Garrett from.
Yeah, because they had like a house mom or whatever, and then
The Facts of Life.
The Facts of Life.
Yeah.
The Facts of Life.
The Facts of Life.
Yeah. The Facts of
The
Life.
name sounds familiar, but I'm not like I grew up with what Wishbone, the dog that can.
Oh yeah, Wishbone.
Yeah, that summarized. It's like Cliff Notes with a dog. Basically.
Well, the first time I saw Wishbone was in school. When I was a little kid, they used to force us to watch like certain shows, like a detective show that did math. I can't remember the exact name of it was, but it was the guy that played the math guy. He's famous now for Math Detective. That's what it was called. But anyway, the Wishbone was one of the shows that they would play for us. Okay. And what else did they make us watch?
Math Rapper. Just make everything cool. And the math.
Oh, yeah, the science guy, Bill Nye, the science guy.
Yeah, I watched that in class for Scherzies.
Yep. Europe is what, 5,000 miles from here? And you basically had kind of the same experience as we did, like because Americans, when we grow up, we kind of like have a filter to where we think that everybody else in the world is living under a rock, and but it really sounds like you had the same experience as we did growing up. Well, except for him, because there were still dinosaurs.
It's the same but different because like I got American media, but it was translated in Russian. I watched Twin Peaks when I was like 8 years old, which was a weird one. Yeah. Remember the scene where they talk backwards in the dream sequence?
Actually, no, because I wasn't allowed to watch it.
Oh, okay, cool. Maybe, you should have been a cool kid like me and had a cool uncle.
The only reason I remember Twin Peaks is because they had a card collection. And I used to collect the cards, but I didn't know who the people were. Yeah, they used to have a collector's card for it.
Oh, I wasn't cool enough for that.
I used to watch it. Twin Peaks.
Anyway, there was a scene where they have a dream sequence, and actually it's not them speaking backwards. It's them recording themselves speaking backwards, and then they re-recorded it so it would flow forwards. So it very strange. Obviously David Lynch-esque move. But anyway, that scene really fucked me up because also having a Russian translation above the English one of that stuff, just like, I don't know. I don't know what kind of MK Ultras.
Well, there was another one, and I don't know if it was. So there was one episode, and I remember it, and it still kind of gives me weird, like, heebie-jeebies. So basically, there's these twins, and they get discovered that they don't age. Like they start to see, they open up like old yearbooks and they find out that they've been the same age forever, right? And they find out that the mom used to sell Tupperware, so she's been putting them in Tupperware every night to keep them fresh. Seriously. So they want to, they're asking for help because they're in the 8th grade forever and they want to finally grow up like, like normal people. But the mom keeps, sealing them in the, the Tupperware, and herself as well. And then finally by the end, they open her Tupperware a little bit, like, so it's not sealed when she's sleeping, and she wakes up and, well, she dies because she's so old. And then they wake up as adults. And remember, it was so creepy.
I have no idea what you
All
guys
right,
are
then
talking about.
Let's talk about what you want with that.
How about, have you seen Black Mirror?
Black Mirror? Yeah.
Any of those
yeah,
episodes? You've seen all of them.
I saw the
What do you think?
interactive one, the first season that came out, where you could actually interact with it and tell it which ending you wanted. It was Choose Your Own Adventure on TV.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, it's everything's tech on it, right? Mm-hmm. Would you say that?
It's tech, but it looks old, like it's like, right? It looks like it takes place in the 50s or whatever, but it's all techy.
No, it's like all different.
Oh, each one? Okay. I've only seen the first one of this season.
You've only watched one of them?
The first one of this season. The interactive one, I watched the whole thing.
So they take, could be all different times, place. I think some of them might be in cartoon. Some of them, it's freaky. It's like, I heard somebody say this. It's probably like Alfred Twilight Zone, but with tech. It's bizarre. One of the ones where two guys, they play video games.
Yep. That was season one.
That's what we're talking about. That's Black Mirror. Okay,
that's right. Season 1. Yeah,
weird.
Yeah,
weird.
Have you guys watched the other series that came out at the same time? Love, Sex, and Robots.
Oh yeah,
I think so.
That was awesome.
Yeah,
even season 2 was awesome.
All animated.
Have you seen it?
Fun stuff.
Was it kind of evil? Some of them.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely kind of evil, but it was animated. It was
they had a bunch of different ones. Some were animated. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of too, because around the same time I was watching both of those.
Yeah, they both came out literally at the same time, and then they just came out with the second season about a year ago, I guess. And the second season was just as good. The one with the Indian girl dancing in the water. Oh my god.
Yeah. The what do you call it? It was like psychedelic.
Yeah, and she had like gold all over and everything.
What's going on? Yeah, I know. Dude,
that became a trend online. Everybody was trying to recreate that dance online. Yeah,
it's crazy. Have you seen it? Oh no,
I've seen the first season. That was stellar. It reminded me of Animatrix.
Yeah.
It was like just short cartoons, animations about the world of the Matrix.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. Oh, what are we calling the podcast, by the way? What is this?
Verbal mess. No, just kidding. Verbal soup.
It's called the Generation Gap.